Welcome, 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 good people. We are live. And this one I had to go live for definitely ASAP. Hey, how y'all doing? What's going on? Hope everybody's doing well. Please remember to smash that like button as you come through the door, ladies and gentlemen, especially if you're watching the replay. All right? Thank you kindly. All right. Let me just send that to myself. Send that to myself. Sometimes you just, you be catching them videos, you know what I'm saying? Yep. Sometimes you be catching them videos, boy. You be catching them videos. You gotta save them before you lose them, you know what I'm saying? That one I've never seen before. That what I just saw a while ago with Pastor Peter Chambers, I have never seen that video before in my life. So I gotta make sure I have that one clippity clip. Oh yeah, reward. Oh, this is the one, definitely. This is the one. Let us start here, ladies and gentlemen. I am not wasting no time. Yes, right here. Shout out to ABR News TV, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that you go over there and you show my sister some love. Subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Yes, yes. Click the notification bell and click all. Anyway, in this one, my good people, my very good people, you see the title. Breaking news. Andrew Honest, Governor General, and Christopher Tufton have all been exposed. Yes? What is this? What is that? I don't know. That is strange. Anyway. How's everybody doing tonight? How is everybody? Oh, by the way, oh man, we had 32,000, man. Salute to all the new subs, man. I'm sorry, hey, I'll be so concentrated on getting the content done. I want to say thank each and every one of you for subscribing to the platform. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Even if you don't agree with me, it's all good. Oh my God, everything hidden is now in plain sight. The deeds of the wicked revealed by top journalists. Who are the top journalists? Dun, 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 dun. But now I have no picture of it at all for the press, but I'm going to play something for her as well. So at all for the press, ABI News TV and Dean Jackson Miller. Top journalists. Top journalists. You hear what I said? Okay, very good. All right, so we want to go here first. So for those who are not familiar with the space and not familiar with Jamaica and the politics, Christopher Tufton is the health minister of Jamaica. Very recently, the IC revealed that there were some irregularities where unsolicited procurements for contracts in regards to his personal friend that he was in a personal relationship with, or a personal relationship or a personal friendship. I don't know. AKA Ben Spunani. Listen, hit the like button. All right? Now, a whopping almost $80 million, in my opinion, based off the report, was fleeced. Right? Almost $80 million in government contract was fleeced. Why do I say that? Well, the proper procedures were not followed in terms of procurement. There was no competition. The man said to his people, listen, this is my personal friend. Although they had a company that, already had the contract, the specific contract, he said, listen, hey, I recommend her. And 5 years of awarding of contracts, multiple contracts within a day, a lot of irregularities. I think it was an abuse of the process, personally, and I don't want to be angry at the Integrity Commission. I'm just gonna leave it up to God, where everything is concerned, to expose these people. No, with that irregularity, with the drill, $31 million, the drill not costing that amount of money, there is a clear issue with the procurement process when it comes on to the Jamaica Labour Party. And with multiple billions of dollars not properly accounted for, unaccounted for, according to the Auditor General, we do not trust, I do not trust, the people that support this platform does not trust Christopher Tufton. But today, on Heroes Day, somebody that is unworthy of an award, Christopher Tufton, was given an award on the here after. I mean, the Integrity Commission report is not even 1 month old, and Christopher Tufton is getting an award. Let's hear what ABI News has to say.
Our national heroes who have fought to put Jamaica where it is today. But on the contrary, some 40 persons were awarded today, and some of them I don't believe are worthy of seeing.
Not at all.
We see the likes of a Chris Tufton being awarded the Order of Distinction today, and I beg to question what for. We're seeing the dilapidated conditions of our healthcare system, lack of resources, equipment for the healthcare personnel to work with. Now we're seeing a young lady from the Cancer Society asking for donations of some 50 million to purchase a mammogram machine in order to detect cancer or no cancer in females. And before someone will jump up and say Cancer Society is not a government agency, I know that. The Jamaica Cancer Society is a non-profit, non-governmental organization that is not directly funded by the Jamaican government.
We are seeking your help to fundraise 50 million Jamaican dollars to purchase a new mammography machine. This is because our current machine is approaching the end of its useful life, and so we want to prepare to ensure that we can continue to offer the same high quality service that we have been offering for almost 70 years. So far, the Jamaica Cancer Society has received pledges from two corporate donors who have pledged $6 million so far. So we have another $44 million to go, and I know we can do it, Jamaica. So we're calling on you, Jamaicans, locally and abroad, to support the Jamaica Cancer Society as you have been doing over the last almost 70 years, to help us to fundraise $50 million for a new mammography machine.
But are them things here, we wouldn't mind them take some of our tax dollars and assist some of these non-profit organizations, instead of taking our tax dollars to enrich themselves and their friends, instead of taking our tax dollars to give unsolicited contracts to their friends and their sweethearts. These sweetheart deals all over the place. They are the things that we wouldn't mind the taxpaying dollars go towards. Instead of paying for unoccupied buildings, we wouldn't mind a Cancer Society could have get the 50 million to pay for the machine.
When you hear that, Andrew Honest, I'm not even speaking to the PMP right now. I'm speaking to Andrew Honest. Everything that ABR News just mentioned, and Christopher Tufton, them give them friend $80 million worth of contract, them buy drill, 30 million, we still don't know who owns the company, and that's against the law. 24 babies died in 24 days, and that is because of the lack of care in the hospitals. Lack of proper equipment at the Jubilee Hospital. You understand? Why those babies passed away. But they try to blame it on the mothers. Right? And, this is my thing. How do you get the order of distinction when the ministry which you work at, that you head, such an important ministry, the service is not of the highest distinction? What are you getting the Order of Distinction for? You did not serve the Jamaican people in such a way that you were deserving of the Order of Distinction. So these awards are friends and family awards. It's all about who you know. This is a PR stunt. Not even a month after the Integrity Commission and this man gets an award of distinction. Who is responsible for giving these awards? Is it the Governor General? Well, if it's the Governor General, then I understand. And we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. It's the friends and family discount, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
So that they can, or women can do regular checkups. Big up to the youngest awardee, a little school youth who assisted one of his schoolmates when he was in distress, he was hurt. Big up to this little youngster. I also want to say big up to Yuan Blake. He has done his fair share for Jamaica as it pertains to athletics. And they honored Barbara Gale, the journalist who was murdered.
Big up Yuan Blake.
At her home. And in honor of her, her son received the Order of Distinction on her behalf. But then we see Desmond Mackenzie being honored with the Order of Jamaica.
What a damn shame.
But then at the same people, they will respond to national solid waste in our country. And them say them buy 50 other new trucks, but yet still a beer rubbish they all over the place. Look at this place in Livingston.
Choose Jamaica. Choose Jamaica. Mighty God. Choose Jamaica. Choose JLP. This is what the JLP gives you, man, when they choose them, you know. This is what Andrew gives you. These are the results. Look at that. The water is not the problem, it's the garbage in the middle of the road where the traffic have to stop, you know. What a wow. Embarrassing. Embarrassing.
And this, them really award it for. Then we seen
No, I want to talk about that brother there briefly. So you tell me say this man also get the Order of Distinction. National Honors Award. Wow. Hey. This a man name not good enough. This a man name not good enough. This a man old pioneer for the shower party, you know. The JLP from a long time, the dirty politics, the dirty business, all the dirtiness about JLP. This man was right there in the epicenter at that time of history, you know. Oh my God. Father, the only saving grace is that your eyes look and see everything what all of us do. And you are the final judge. Yeah, man. That is the only saving grace. Is the Almighty. What a thing.
this, them really award it for.
What a thing.
Then we seen Glass Paul Brown, who is the director of the Electoral Office of Jamaica. He was awarded the Order of Distinction for service in the field of electoral management and democracy. A whole heap of people are asked if an award or a reward.
If an award or reward, you get rewarded for September 3rd, my boss. That's everybody is saying. No? Everybody is saying you get awarded for your work September 3rd. I don't know what kind of work you do on September 3rd, but them said this is your reward for your work on September 3rd. Hey, God not sleep, you know. Hey, me say, as long as you are your friends and Bolo not involved in any criminality, are not involved in anything that goes against good moral codes and righteousness, you don't have to worry. You're safe, you're not clear. But you see, people them now feel a glass pole brown. Yeah man. Them now feel it, yeah? People them a look on your side with your youth. I tell you. Trust me. All the people are ball, you know. All the people are ball, so. You don't want nothing on your hands. Mark Peer to you deal with. What you say? What you say corruption boss have to go now? What? Like up
what
the
says you, ABR?
Hey guys, please like up the live for me, please. Only one person hit the like button. Oh gosh, man. I know say late, but can we get the likes? There's only 22 people on here. That means, to me, it has to be my people. You get me? So hit the like button for me. Oh, some people just drop off. As soon as I say hit the like button, then drop off. Oh well. Oh well.
Our family and viewers, about all of that was unfolded in this video. Do you believe that a glass pole brown is deserving of this award, or should we say?
No, I don't believe so. I don't believe Tufton is either. Not at all. Not even a little bit. Alright? Just to be clear. Just to be clear. Hold on there. What if you did it with glass pole brown? I latest video that you do? No, I think I hate this.
Significantly above the acceptable limit in the case of the rural treatment plants. So for example, you should not be having more than 5%, you should have less than 5% of the sample.
Who have recommended and the approval for this award. It does feel good to be appreciated by your country.
Christopher Tufton, we don't appreciate you. Just understand that. We don't. We'd appreciate it if you resign. Seriously. Just go and just wait upon God's judgment. What's up, Rose? Just go and wait upon God's judgment, brother. Nobody not appreciate you, brother. Alright? Nobody appreciates you. Alright? And you see, I always hear talking my TV talk about you know. You see the Matrix? The Matrix are cracking up. Yeah man, the Matrix for them put up a crack. And the people them a wake up. People them a wake up. Hold on them people. Me look for gas pole brown. Oh, see that? Yeah, see that?
Order of distinction in the rank of commander. Really? Really? Which part of glass pole deserve this? Jamaica, you have to ask him this question.
Yes.
Glass pole, come to the front of the class.
Yes.
Which part of you deserve an award? Which part of you? From Andrew Wellness, tell us I'm going to give you an award to backside. You told me, idiot, you thief out the election and give it to Andrew Wellness.
My God.
But, God knows.
Yeah, me saw stuff it on.
God knows, the whole hour now go step down, one by one. And you are going to resign. And you have to resign because you're no good. You put one thief over millions of people.
My God.
Yeah, you glass pole, you're not good somebody. You put one thieving man over the Jamaican people.
Wow.
You should resign. You must resign, and you shall resign. Nearly 79,000 Jamaicans.
Hey. Right. Boy, politician them. Me no say that me alone now sleep at night time. Because I don't sleep at night mostly. Because I just don't sleep at night mostly. I don't. Everybody has mental issues. Everybody, you know, worry about things and consider and ponder about things. But if I'm being really honest with myself, I was always a night person. But when I do sleep, oh man, I sleep. I sleep soundly. You know? And there's one or two things in my life where I'm like, yo, God, I know I messed up. You know what I mean? I know I messed up and I was wrong. And, you know, I have to try to right that wrong. Whoever God says I should, you know, I have to right that wrong. Or try to right it, or I don't know. But I know consciously there's a few things that I you know, but everybody has things. Nobody's without sin. But you see, these individuals that we're talking about, the way how they affect millions of people's lives is insane. And they consciously do the same things over and over and over again. Consciously, you know, do it over and over and over again. Selfishly, do these things over and over and over again. Like this report right here, the 79,000 Jamaicans that are multidimensional, suffering multidimensional poverty. They're poor on several different levels. Who is to be blamed for this? The government shouldn't be blamed at all for this. This is not regular poverty, you know, multidimensional poverty. Listen to this.
Or 2.8% of the population remain trapped in multidimensional poverty. The newly released 2025 Global Multidimensional Poverty Index report has indicated. Want to hear them something here, my people? Want to hear them something here? Report finds 79,000 Jamaicans deprived of health, education, and basic living standards. And we have Christopher.
Health, you know. Health, you know. And Christopher Tufton get award. Christopher Tufton is getting award when there are 79,000 Jamaicans that is suffering multidimensional poverty, lack of health care.
Tufton out here collecting awards.
Unbelievable.
79,000 people deprived of health, education, and basic living standards.
My God.
And these people out here pretending like everything good. Andrew Wallace come out and said poverty is down. It is a lie. Because if poverty was down, why is this findings rolling out? Come on, Jamaica. Come on, look into things, my people. May I beg?
You notice the approach that Hot Off the Press is taking. You notice the approach that Andre is taking. ABR News has always been ABR. Even myself, I'm making a concerted effort to deliver what I'm saying quite differently. Because, you know, Jamaica don't have to love on herself, you know. Jamaica don't have to love on herself. Andrew Honest come out and lied to us so many times. Statin come out and lied to us. The whole system rig, you know? The whole system rig. All poverty for down on 79,000 Jamaicans. 79,000 multi-dimensional poverty is not normal poverty, you know? Multi-dimensional poverty is the highest level of poverty. You understand? Yeah.
Economy. Look into things. We can't be silent all the time. Silent no work. Silent mean consent.
Antonio, you don't sleep right there.
Silent mean consent, Jamaica. When we are going to get it? We don't say Andrew Wallace keep on a disrespect we over. We don't have nobody to stand up for we. We don't see? We don't see? The one person are the ministers then on the PNP side where try to stand up for it. The Labour write them out every day across them. And they are so foolish. Now they see everything a play out in them face. Now them see and them sorry. And them sorry.
Too late.
Shame and kill them, Jamaica. Shame and kill them.
Too late.
But anyway, my people, we're moving on because I have a piece of utter claps for Jack.
They move on. That's what I wanted to share from that. No. I didn't even listen to this, but we have to put it on record. Yes? And everybody couldn't hold up on the flyer. You have to put it on record. You have to put this on record. This right here? Oh, yeah.
The following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
This is Senator Donna Scott Motley, Shadow Minister of Foreign, Regional and Diaspora Affairs. I am speaking to you today with grave concern regarding reports of U.S. military strikes against vessels in the Caribbean waters. These actions have resulted in the loss of dozens of lives, including 2 Trinidadians, and the detention of 2 others. The Caribbean community's vision of this region as a zone of peace is under threat. Our people are entitled to pursue their livelihoods free from the shadow of militarization. These waters sustain life and commerce. They are not to be transformed into a theater of war. As a region, we have always chosen diplomacy and cooperation over force. I urge Prime Minister Andrew Holness, in his capacity as chairman of CARICOM, to initiate consultations among member states to forge a unified regional response. We must prioritize a clear reaffirmation of the Caribbean as a zone of peace, full respect for international law and the sovereignty of states. The Caribbean cannot afford to normalize extrajudicial actions in its waters. We must stand together to ensure that the principles of peace, sovereignty, and international law guide our future.
Visit our website at pnp.org.jm or check us out on Facebook at Jamaica PNP. The following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
This is Senator Donna Scott Motley, Shadow Minister of Foreign, Regional and Diaspora Affairs. I am speaking to you today with grave concern regarding reports of U.S. military strikes against vessels in the Caribbean waters. These actions have resulted in the loss of dozens of lives, including 2 Trinidadians, and the detention of 2 others. The Caribbean community's vision of this region.
So hold on there. Donna Scott Motley are the opposition. Right? The opposition spokesperson on foreign, regional and diaspora affairs is advocating on behalf of the Trinidadians that lost their life. And the president of Trinidad now advocate for it. Wow. Why may I tell you, Ingrid? Wow. We say, let's talk about something else that Jamaica want. I mean, does it make sense to talk about what we want? If you're gonna talk about what we want, you have to talk about the deficiencies, you know. We cannot stop talking about the deficiency. The deficiency is the government. The deficiency is Andrew Holness and his Combolos, his team of pirates. They are the deficiency, you know. You feel what I say? So, we all know what we want. We want a peaceful and prosperous Jamaica. We want a Jamaica that integrity and good governance and transparency is the order of the day. We want a Jamaica where we have righteous leaders that stand for righteousness. Because you see, if the head of the stream is corrupt, the entire river will be also. We want a leader that people know in the streets and everywhere that this is the integrity boss. And you cannot taint his character. You cannot bend him to do things or not to say things when he needs to open up his mouth. You can't shut him up when it's time for him to talk. You understand? Because he commands that level of respect because of how he moves and operates. You understand? As small as Jamaica is, we little but we Talawa. Jamaica has always been in the center, especially in the commands of the PMP. PJ Patterson was listen man, Michael Manley, the world understood that this little country is a spark plug for change. So when you have the right leadership in position to call out the BS that Donald Trump is doing, it is BS, it's madness. You understand? It's madness what he's doing. Right? And go through the proper channels, as the lady is saying in this video. Get everybody as the leader of CARICOM, Andrew Holness, not only the Prime Minister of Jamaica, as the leader of CARICOM. This is your time to lead the charge. But you are so compromised because you're a politically exposed person. You can't open your mouth to America. You want to lock you up. you want Trump lock you up. Because we know they must have dirt on you, you know. They have to have dirt on you. Huh? With this Integrity Commission report, right? They gotta have dirt on you. I remember when Peter Chambers mentioned that you know, did he mention it or did he say it to me? Did he put it out there? Or did I put it out there? I think I put it out there, you know, but I asked him if I could. He mentioned to me that, you know, the CIA, not the CIA, the FBI called him. They reached out to him. He was on a video call with them. You understand? And they said, listen, man, if you want to leave the country, anytime you're ready. Right? Because they are looking at his videos and saying, how does this man know this? Where is he getting his intel from? You understand? So the FBI, all of them, they are very much aware of the scandals that is going on under this government. Don't think they aren't. They know all the criminals in the Jamaica Labour Party. You understand? But USA is a funny country. And let me tell you why. This is what I will say. The people, and depending on who is in leadership, they will get involved in things if it benefits them. They will get involved in things if it benefits them. So they will hold a card on you. And if they want something out of you and you don't, say for instance, follow through with orders, then you don't know where to go. Let's lock you up, brother, because we have one whole case for you. So Andrew Holness is a politically exposed person. He cannot stand up with any authority and say to the United States that what Miss Donna Scott Motley is requesting of him. That's what he should do. Hey, God, hey, man, listen, man, God is the greatest. Boy, God allowed Andrew Holness to be in this position. Because this right here, you guys think this is a small thing? This is a huge thing, you know. Andrew Holness look like a weak jellyback, you know. We haven't heard Andrew Holness come out and give his stance on the situation with, he's quiet like a lamb. And if he ever comes out and says anything, I bet you he won't say anything against Donald Trump and the United States and stand up for righteousness and the right thing. Just like with Israel. You remember when he went to the UN? Huh? You won't hear him defend the waters of the Caribbean under international law and all of the laws and everything. You will not hear it. The man is a weak jellyback. So, this is what we would want from our leader, but you guys voted for the wrong leader. You guys voted for the wrong leader. So, dog, nyam with supper.
As a zone of peace is under threat, our people are entitled to pursue their livelihoods free from the shadow of militarization. These waters...
What I think she's talking about? The fishermen are afraid to go at sea. The fishermen are afraid to go at sea. The man is not like Donald Trump is sending boats to go and capture the boats and investigate, you know, if drugs is on them, you know. There's no evidence of no, everything blow up. Where's the evidence? How do you blow up the evidence and then tell us that, oh, there is drugs on the boat? Where is the evidence? What's up, Theodore? You see, it doesn't make any sense now, does it? Right? So the fishermen lives are literally in danger. Not just the fishermen in Venezuela or anywhere else, but any fisherman from Jamaica, anywhere. Once you're in those waters, you are at risk of losing your life. And the man them have speedboat because them go far distances to go fish. You have real genuine fishermen out there. Their lives are in danger from the missiles from above. And Jonas is quiet, just chilling, and he's gonna tell us, oh, you know, I play chess.
Stay life and commerce.
You know, I play chess when he's not even in the game. He's already a pawn that has been put to the side of the table. Andrew Holness is not even in the game. He is a pawn. He has no worth, you know. As a leader, you know, no worth, you know. The man is a pawn in the global atmosphere of politics. The man is a pawn and a puppet. Look at PJ Patterson, still standing upright, calling out what needs to be called out. A retired politician, a retired leader of the People's National Party, a retired president, Prime Minister. Talk about excellence. Check PJ Patterson. When it comes to performance and standing up for what is right and being a leader, standing upright. Not a weak jellyback like Andrew Holness.
They are not to be transformed into a theater of war. As a region, we have always chosen diplomacy and cooperation over force.
You hear that? Jamaica, the Caribbean is a peaceful zone. The Caribbean is not engaged in any thorough warfare, brother. This is going to bring, you understand? This is not good. This is not good.
I urge Prime Minister Anthony Holness, in his capacity as chairman of CARICOM, to initiate consultations among member states to forge a unified regional response.
Now, that is a sound approach. Get everybody together. Let's decide on the approach. Speak with one voice. And the world has to listen, you know. There are certain global laws that everybody has to, international law that every country has to adhere to, you know. And if broken, people can be brought in front of the higher court, whether they are leaders or not. Right? So this is something that we really have to keep our eyes on, you know, ladies and gentlemen. I might not personally come on here and speak about it a lot, but for your own to be aware, this is something that we need to keep our eyes on. What is the Prime Minister of Jamaica and the Chairman of CARICOM? What is his position? Has he gathered everyone? And furthermore, if he has not, why is it taking so long? Why is he dragging his foot where this conversation is concerned? With Donald Trump bombing boats all over the Caribbean in our waters. Why is he not saying anything? Why is he quiet?
We must prioritize a clear reaffirmation of the Caribbean as a zone of peace, full respect for international law and the sovereignty of states. The Caribbean.
You hear that? Full respect for international law and the sovereignty of states. That's why PJ came out and spoke. That's what PJ was speaking about, you know. I'm going to show you the article.
Cannot afford to normalize extrajudicial actions in its waters. We must stand together to ensure that the principles of peace, sovereignty, and international law guide our future.
Visit our website.
We have to make sure, ladies and gentlemen. See, I think it was a couple of days ago. I know sometimes when I'm scrolling through the news now, I get caught up with other articles. I'm just trying to find as fast as possible the article with PJ. Alright, this was October 19th. Today is the 21st. So I believe it was the 18th. I believe it was the 18th. Or before that, it was 17th. Only if news come out in it. We're closer, that's for sure. What is this? US will send survivor of strike on suspected drug vessel back to Ecuador and Colombia. Now, if these suspects had drugs, they would lock them up. So why him don't lock them up? Sending them back to Ecuador or Colombia? Yo, wow, man, listen. It's a real troubling time. So our beaches, most of our beaches are not accessible, so we can't go to the beach, and furthermore, we can't go on a boat outside in the waters because you might get shot down by a missile. You might get you know, wow. Ain't that something? Oh my God. My apologies, y'all. This is me freestyling here. That's why I don't have the document ready. This is me freestyling, and I thank you for your patience given the circumstances because it is late. It's what time is it? 3:11? Yeah, but I have to do this because I need to get it out of the way. Whoa, no man. I should be seeing PJ's. Oh yeah, definitely. Here it is. Oh yeah, I knew it. That lady right there, yeah man. She make me know some of the clothes. It says here former Prime Minister PJ Patterson describes the United States drone attack on vessel in the Caribbean waters as fundamentally dangerous and a horrible erosion of regional leaders' commitment to sovereignty in the region. So, PJ is calling on all of the leaders in the Caribbean. Not just Andrew Honest. Hear what he said? It is a horrible erosion of regional leaders' commitment to sovereignty in the region. People will ask, what is sovereignty? So we're going to Google that to get the full scope. Sovereignty. Sovereignty, right here. Sovereignty means supreme power or authority. The authority of a state to govern itself or another state. National sovereignty. So basically, any leader that does not come out and not say anything is eroding their power. They're eroding the power and authority of the country, of the state. Alright, so Andrew Honest is one of the weak jellyback them in the Caribbean that is allowing an erosion of their commitment. They should be committed to sovereignty in the region, and they are not fulfilling their commitment. So them a weak jellyback. Since September 2nd, US President Donald Trump has ordered military strikes on at least 5 boats in the Caribbean Sea. This was October 16. I guess that number has risen. which his administration claims were carrying drugs to the US. Wow. Big up PJ. General. General. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into the meat and potatoes of the matter, eh? We have here Miss Is, a Dion Jackson Miller. Now, Miss Dion Jackson Miller, on a personal note, I think I could get you a better makeup artist. Not saying it's bad, you know, but trust me, I know one better. Hit me up, okay? Hit me up, Dion Jackson Miller. Trust me. If you got the bucks to pay, you can get the good stuff, all right? The good service, okay? The excellent service, not the good, the excellent service. Anyway, it's still nice, you know. Let's go. No, this is not the video. Damn, this is not the video. My bad, yo. My bad. This is not the video. I almost played. This is the video. Why Governor General needs to step back. This is the video.
The Integrity Commission acting unwisely, King's House acting inappropriately, and Governor General Sir Patrick Allen needs to step back. I'm Dion Jackson Miller. Thank you so much for joining me. Time for tea. And I'd asked if it was a Governor General holding up the appointments. This was because the Integrity Commission. So I did a video about the delay in appointing directors to the Integrity Commission, and I'd asked if it was a Governor General holding up the appointments. This was because the Integrity Commission had said that they had sent the recommendations for the new directors to King's House months ago. Now the Governor General, the GG, can't block those recommendations. By law, he has to appoint the directors recommended by the Integrity Commission. According to the Constitution, he can ask the Commission once to think again, to reconsider the names, but if the Commission sends back the same names, he has to appoint them. So outside of that very...
Pause. That is something that is extremely important for everybody to know. And in case you missed that, in terms of the details surrounding the situation with the GG, whoever the IC recommends for these key positions, the GG can say, take a look at this person. The IC does not have to, you know, agree with him. They can just resend the same person as a recommendation, and he has to sign it. Let us let that sink in before we move on to what the core problem is, because that is significant. Knowing that is everything. All right, let's continue.
Limited ability to ask them to reconsider. He doesn't have a say in who the Commission wants to appoint as directors.
Exactly.
The Governor General sent out a statement on this issue, and here it is. King's House said, every measure has been taken to resolve the matter lawfully and expeditiously.
Hi, Laura.
The Integrity Commission's recommendations for the positions of Director of Corruption Prosecution and Executive Director, received in June and July 2025, departed from the long-established precedent guiding such appointments. After the Commission refuted efforts to resolve the matter, His Excellency sought a formal opinion from the Attorney General's chambers to ensure that his actions were consistent with law and constitutional propriety. That opinion was shared with the Commission, which has since complied with the administrative precedent. The Governor General will therefore proceed to invite the recommended individuals to take and subscribe to the prescribed oaths of office.
Now, the young man that was the DCP, the acting DCP, the JLP did not like the fact that he was there. Why didn't they like the fact that he was there? Because he's not somebody that, you know, let me not say that. because he went to the same school as Dr. Dayton Campbell, they don't like him. They don't like him being the prosecutor for the Integrity Commission. Boy, I tell you. If it's a case where that young man is the one that is being recommended for the post of DCP after being acting DCP, then I am going to be looking at the Governor General in a whole new light. If he is the one that is being recommended for the post and the Governor General just delayed him being signed off on a technicality. What is a technicality? There's a certain procedure and a way how the Integrity Commission would go about the recommendation that they didn't follow to the T. So now he blocked the whole process because of that. Man, get the hell out of here, man. Get the hell out of here. And all the IC had to do was now follow this stupid technicality. Because I'm going to call it stupid because they did not disclose it. Obviously, to me, the fact that they didn't disclose it lets me know it's not that important. This stupid technicality he used to block these important people from being signed off so they can start to them work. You know how much work them have to do? And the GG they are stand up in front of a try fi. Yo, me say, brethren, the wickedness of these guys are being exposed. Anyhow, Mr. Ronif Lawrence is the one that is the DCP. I know something. Let's continue.
Based on this, right, the Governor General is apparently taking issue with the fact that the Integrity Commission changed how they were dealing with King's House in relation to these appointments. By the way, it's the Governor General who gets to appoint the commissioners of the Integrity Commission after consultation with the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition.
That's also important to note. So he's the one that appointed this lady. She is now the chairman of the Integrity Commission. Now she has, it has to be under her, you know, under her instructions. Whatever this technicality is, it was changed. And I guess the GG got in his feelings because the Integrity Commission is not dealing with him how they usually deal with him where these matters are concerned. So he blocked temporarily the appointment, slowed it down on a technicality, which an appointment that he truly is powerless to stopping, right? And the Integrity Commission just said, sure, make we just follow him myself. And they just followed it, and now the appointments are going to be made. This man sought legal advice, you know. That is, it had to be so important for him to block these appointments that he sought legal advice. He didn't just go through and sign the thing. Now he finds out you don't really have any legal rights, brother, when it comes to the appointment. You understand? Under the Constitution. So even if all the Integrity Commission has to do now to get this process fast-tracked, because this seems very petty from the Governor General. Why is the Governor General being so petty? You know, it takes me back to something that Mystic Sensation said. It takes me back to something that Mystic Sensation said, which I documented, by the way. So I'm gonna go to the video. I did document it, didn't I? Sure did. Let me see. Yeah, right here.
Ladies and gentlemen. You understand? When it comes to this sensation, you have to live it fire. You understand? No pettings. No one has to feel. No. Let me come around now and talk of the truth now and defend the IC. You on corruption, that like Dean, the Governor General. Let me say this to you. Because you're acting way above your head. And I'm ask you that. Tell me to tell you that. You, Governor General, right? You are now showing Jamaica that you are operating as it relates to Andrew Warner's extended arm. Because I've seen Andrew Warner's extended arm been working through the criminal justice system as it relates to how he corrupted the Commissioner of Police, right? How he corrupted the Minister of National Security. Well, I mean, he didn't have to corrupt Oreshan because Oreshan up on corruption, that, right? DNA and chromosome. Yeah, it is just, yeah, that's it's just corruption. Yeah. But Andrew Wallace love him because he's corrupted.
Yes.
And we see that prior to the DPP, the former DPP, right, exit office, right, he also corrupted the DPP. Yes, Paul, over him. You can spin what you want, spin and go on like, you understand the situation, your testicular fortitude. Right, because you're about big and broad and afraid of nobody. But you're corrupted, Paul. You're corrupted, you're a corruption. You're 100% corruption. As I said earlier, that mainstream media is sensitive. You understand? When it comes to mystic sensation, you get living fire. You understand? No pettings. You understand? Feel?
Yes.
Now, let me come around now and talk of the truth now and defend the IC. You, Emily Shields, want to try to create a narrative, right? As it relates to IC, right? Want to put blame on the IC. Let us read through the document. Now, the Integrity Commission, Jamaica leading anti-corruption agency, has been operating without 3 of its top leaders for weeks. A development that could significantly undermine its ability to prevent, detect, and prosecute corruption. This paragraph here, this paragraph is to show Jamaica what Andrew Wallace is doing. Trying to sabotage. As we said, mainstream media is not going to call it out, you know. But this morning, you make sure to carry out the belt, you know. So Andrew Wallace, we talk already, you know. So while you have been under investigation, you should have taken away yourself. But what you are there doing, right? Trying to obstruct, right? Trying to obstruct investigation and do all sort of manner of evil. Because we know, say, you get down into the Governor General ears. You that do this, Andrew Wallace. You have put the blame when the blame supposed to lie. Because what you want to do? You want to prevent, detect, and prosecute corruption. You want to stop that? Because the IC is investigating you. You want to stall them. Eh? A delay and tactics you want to utilize. No. Andrew Wallace, you're really that desperate?
Wow.
You're really that desperate? And, you know, Governor General.
Yes.
Honestly to God, I am so much disappointed. You really corrupt? You really show your hand in this you're corrupt? Eh? You are really telling Jamaica that you are a GLP political operative, sir?
My God.
At this rate, yes, sir. And we are going to show the people that it is you. It is you who blocking the appointments. We never know, sir. When it comes to employment as it relates to the IC making a referral for an appointment, that you are now going to challenge their referral. Come on, Governor General. Have you ever challenged any referral coming from the Prime Minister? No. No. And the reason why you are challenging the referral is to the fact that the IC investigating the Prime Minister and calling out the Prime Minister wrongdoing. Hey, Governor General, remember to talk with things them.
Talk up with things them.
Remember to talk with things them.
Talk it up now, man.
You want to say? Do you want to talk with things them?
Talk up with things them.
Because Andrew Wallace mix up in a Ponzi scheme, you know.
Talk it up.
And you in it too, you know.
What?
Hey, now remember to talk about the business today, you know.
No. What?
Because you are Andrew Wallace.
Wait.
And you in it too, you know.
Wait.
Do you want to talk with things them?
Don't, hold on there.
Because Andrew Wallace mix up in a Ponzi scheme, you know.
What you say?
And And you in it too, you know.
What?
Hey, no, me have to come talk about the business of today.
What you say?
Because you want Andrew Holness mixed up in a Ponzi scheme, you know. You know, because Andrew Holness mixed up.
Sorry about that. My audio was messed up. I didn't realize it. I posted it. Because I recorded it from a computer with my actual microphone. I didn't even realize it was messed up. I need a new microphone. But anyway, let's continue.
In a Ponzi scheme, you know. And you in it too, you know. Hey, now me have to come talk about the business of today, you know. Because you want Andrew Holness mixed up in a Ponzi scheme, you know. You know, so like I thought I talk about in business, I don't talk about in business. You sound like oh, I forgot to nobody else now here. Hey, no matter talk about the business, you know, Governor General. I mean, I know.
So the man say, the man said the Governor General mixed up in a Ponzi scheme. Not my word. With Andrew Holness, not my word.
Then the commissioners recommend who they want as directors, and as I said, the GG has to make the appointments, although he can ask them once to reconsider. So the Integrity Commission has a new chair, retired Justice Carol Lawrence Beswick, and it looks as if under the new chair, the commission had decided not to follow whatever administrative precedent was there. So the GG apparently wanted this old practice followed. The Integrity Commission wouldn't back down. Instead of going ahead and making the appointments, which he can't block, he goes and gets a legal opinion, which obviously told him that he could insist on this precedent. Having forced the Integrity Commission to follow this administrative precedent,
So, the GG was petty, ladies and gentlemen. The GG was so petty about a little formality that he went to get legal advice. And he essentially blocked the appointment of 3 very important posts, especially the DCP. The Integrity Commission cannot run without the Director of Corruption Prosecution. Cannot run without the DCP. You understand? Very, very important post in the Integrity, in the IC, Integrity Commission. Alright, the act itself governs their operations, and the DCP has to be appointed for it to run. Very, very clear in the law. So this pettiness of the DCP ultimately crippled the operations of the Integrity Commission for a small time. And all he wanted was to be petty about a little. I don't blame the Integrity Commission one bit, you know. Dean Jackson Miller is going to blame them somewhat, but I'm not laying any blame on the Integrity Commission. Me back the Integrity Commission 100%. As long as them do the right thing and I investigate the people and I tell with the things they want to go on, right? And I prosecute if I prosecute, right? I don't have no problem with the Integrity Commission. Straight up. Straight up.
GG says he's now ready to make the appointments. Appointments he couldn't block. First and foremost, the whole of them need to come out and tell us what is going on here, right? Having gone this far down the wicket, King's House should just have come out and told us what is this administrative precedent that the Integrity Commission wouldn't follow. And if he won't do it, the Integrity Commission should, especially...
Yes, that's what I agree with. If Muriel King, good night, or good morning. If the Governor General's office does not speak to this administrative rule or process that was not followed by the Integrity Commission, so for us to get clarity as to why he delayed the process of getting these people appointed on time and jeopardized the operations of the Integrity Commission because of it, then I am going to look at him as if he is the guilty party. And he's the corruption. The GG is the corruption. If they don't come out and tell us, and this we are demanding that them come out and tell us, as a matter of fact. We are demanding these answers. You understand? Because this is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. What was so important about this administrative procedure? Right? That because basically, you know, what I'm saying, you know, the end result, you know, he cannot, Grand Rising, he cannot stop the appointment of the recommended individual. So if it's a situation where he was trying to block the individual, he knew he couldn't win. Or did he think he could win because he's the Governor General and, you know, he's the representative of the king and he can just do what he wants? Because the title in front of his name, His Excellency, you know, the entitlement. You know that entitlement thing where power gets to people's head? Because remember, we're all human beings. At the end of the day, a man is just a man. Sometimes these posts get to them head. Sometimes they're too hyped up. So in my purview and my assessment, the Governor General get hyped up and went over his boundaries in protection of Andrew Holness. That is my assessment. And until he comes out and tells us this administrative rule that just cannot be, it has to be done this way, that does not affect the appointment in any way of the persons that are recommended, until he comes out and tells me that I don't believe what he's saying in these things that he's putting out. I think the GG is full of SHIT. Period. This don't make no sense. He is thoroughly exposing himself, you know. You guys don't see it.
Given the tone of the statement from King's House and Sir Patrick's suggestion that he had to force the Integrity Commission to follow this mysterious precedent, the Integrity Commission now needs to explain itself to the public. Now,
yeah, we need a public statement. Let me go and look at the Twitter feed to see if they put out a statement in regards to this process. I am very curious to know. Let me just, I might strike gold right now, ladies. We might get an exclusive. Hold on. We might get an exclusive from the Integrity. I have not checked the Integrity Commission in a minute on Twitter. Let me go and look if there's anything new. That was October 8th. No, and no. Isn't that sad? Let me go to the Integrity Commission website. Integrity Commission, social media policy, general, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. Oh, here we go. Integrity Commission, government.gov. Publications, social media policy, International Anti-Corruption Day, public education outreach, annual reports. Nothing here. All right. Big up. Shout out to Miss Pamela Monroe. Pray for this lady. Lord have mercy. They've been attacking her, boy. Whew, this is what? Wayne Powell, ODJP. This is the commissioner. I guess these were the two appointments lately by the Governor General that he signed off on. The Honorable Justice Retired Lloyd Hibbert, CD. Okay. So we have 2 men and 2 women. Gender equality. Oh no, them always are going to themselves. Anyway, let's go back to it.
Criticize the Integrity Commission before because of how they do things, right? Then go on sometimes like they're book smart and not street smart. Sometimes you have to be smart, you have to be strategic, and come on, what is it for? What is it for, right?
Yeah, Dean Jackson Miller. Dean. Dean Jackson said, where this stage for? Dean, don't aim, I know a YouTube, but we are not used to you like this, Dean. Miss Dean. Oh my God, no.
Fight the fights that need fighting. Why is the Integrity Commission fighting the GG over what has to be a relatively unimportant administrative procedure? And why?
No, I don't think that the GG is fighting anybody. I think the truth about this is that the GG is the one that is being petty. I don't think this invisible I don't think this procedure that halted this whole proceeding was warranted by the Governor General. I really believe the governor. I'm not blaming the IC at all. That's just me. But I understand, you know, Dean Jackson still, you know, she's still on TV or whatever. So she can't really hold the type of views that we, the raw media out here, hold. You know, our opinions are a little bit raw and not so politically correct. And I'm not throwing any shots at her. I get it. I totally understand, is what I'm saying. But I just disagree. I don't think that the GG excuse for delaying this process was warranted. I really don't think it was. I think he really was being petty. Very petty. And he's the only one to be blamed.
Am I saying it's relatively unimportant when it hasn't been publicly said what it is? Because it must be relatively unimportant because of what I said earlier. The GG cannot block the appointments. So go ahead.
Bingo. The GG can't block the appointments. He can't block it.
Follow precedent, move right along.
So her argument is that we don't know, so the GG can block the appointment, so you guys should have just complied and get on with it. I hear you. I still disagree. You know, I just disagree. We're gonna disagree on that, Dion. It's fine. It's all good. We just disagree. The GG need to sit his ass down and just do his ceremonial thing and get out the way. Period. I don't think there's any other conversation until he can explain to us what this thing is that held this up. Why is it so important that it had to be done that way? Until he can explain that, I'm not with him on this. I'm not blaming the IC at all.
This was the Integrity Commission wasting time and not being smart, right?
Wasting time? I don't think they did that. Not being smart? I don't know about that. I don't know about them not being smart. I don't know. Something else might come out until we find out from this IC or the GG what this thing was. I cannot label the Integrity Commission unsmart. I just can't. I just can't. I don't
know if it's turf them fighting over or whatever, but fight the fights that need fighting. This was not a fight that needed fighting, right? Won't not waste time for foolishness. Keep your eye on the ball, which in this case was the appointments, which the GG can't block. So do whatever administrative thing he wanted you to do and move right along, especially since clearly you used to do it anyway. I see now you've been forced to do it and now you look bad. Okay.
No, you see, I cannot blame Deanne Jackson Miller because she's operating under the guise that the GG is telling the truth about the situation. You understand? That's what she's doing. She's operating under the guise that the GG's account of everything is how it went down. And I am not obligated to think that the GG is truthful about everything. I am not. I am just not. I want to see the receipts. How about you guys? I want to see the receipts. When did the GG communicate to the IC that they need to do it this way? When did that happen? Unless we know when that happened, we cannot blame the IC. If the GG said to them 1 month ago, listen, to get this done, you need to do things the old way. You see, if that's the case, and it was a month ago, and the IC sat on it and didn't do it the way how he wanted it, then I'm going to give them blame. But until I hear that evidence and those facts, I am not blaming them. I cannot blame the Integrity Commission because I don't believe the Governor General. I don't believe him. He has to show me some evidence. His credibility is his credibility is on a fast track to hell in my book. The paper of his credibility is burning in everlasting fire. I don't trust him and I don't believe him. He has to prove that he gave the Integrity Commission ample amount of time and they were just delaying the process. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe it.
King's House going to get this legal opinion also, by the way, to me, sounds like a completely unnecessary and time-wasting storm in a teacup, but hey...
Exactly, the man is petty. But listen to this.
A King's House teacup, and if you drink tea at King's House, you have to drink it in the proper way, alright?
So you hear that? You see how she soft blow. You see how she soft blow the criticism of the GG. I am not prepared to soft blow no criticism of the Governor General. I'm not prepared to do that. This is my opinion. In full of SHIT. It is a complete waste of time, and he's the one that wasted our time. Not the Integrity Commission. He have to show me evidence otherwise. Says the Integrity Commission waste time. Where is the letter that he wrote, or what phone call did he call the Integrity Commission? His office called him and said, you know, listen, you guys did not file this document in this particular way, in the way you always do it, so you need to file it now. And you mean to tell me that the Integrity Commission hung up the phone and then waited a month or 2 months and did not do that? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. Or maybe there's an angle that we are not looking at. Maybe we need to jump all the way outside the box. Is this whole situation, you know, I don't want to go there. I really don't want to go there. I'm going to keep that one to myself. I'm going to keep that one to myself. I'm going to remember that, and I'm going to keep it to myself. I'm not going to go there. I'm going to put the emphasis on the Governor General. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to hold that one back. Hey, yo, if what I am thinking is the actual truth, oh yeah, we in trouble. If what I am thinking is the actual truth, the web of corruption, the tentacles of corruption that Andrew Owen's government reach is, only God can take him down. If what I'm thinking is the actual reality. Let's continue. I'm going to leave it alone.
Having said that though, let me get to what I think is a really problematic part of this statement and why I said the Governor General is acting inappropriately and needs to step back. The final paragraph says His Excellency has also resubmitted his concerns on legislative gaps in the Integrity Commission Act to the Prime Minister for parliamentary review. Now look, when news first broke, you know.
People, you see that? You see that? The Governor General has submitted, right, concerns on legislative gaps in the Integrity Commission. Do you guys see the exposure? The Governor General has thoroughly exposed himself. Why is he so concerned about the Governor General, about the Integrity Commission? The Governor General doesn't usually submit legislative recommendations. The Governor General is out of the way, unbiased, collecting our money, not paying any taxes and living the good life, and locking up people that thief Aki off of Aki tree and I give them how much years in a prison. This is what we know the Governor General for, whether this one or the ones before. Yes? I think it's this one, but I digress. You understand my point. He was out of the way. Why is he in the way so much? And why is he going after the Integrity Commission? Huh? This is why when I had to go back to what Mystic Sensation said. Legislative gaps. Could he expound on that? Could we have like a something documented, paperwork for us to read to say this is what he saw, these are his concerns? I think the public deserves to know. What do you guys think? Interesting.
To the Prime Minister for parliamentary review. Now look, when news first broke, that the Governor General had submitted recommendations for amendments to the Integrity Commission Act earlier this year, a lot of us raised our eyebrows, because why is the Governor General making recommendations for legislative amendment, especially in a politically sensitive area? And trust me, anything to do with the Integrity Commission is politically sensitive. This is what the Gleaner reported. In a rare move, now let me stick a pin to say I've actually never ever seen this. But things can happen that you don't know about. So let's stick with rare. In a rare move, Governor General Sir Patrick Allen has submitted formal recommendations to a joint select committee reviewing the Integrity Commission Act, proposing legislative changes aimed at what he says would enhance the efficiency, transparency, and independence of the Integrity Commission. In his June...
Pause. Transparency? That part jumped out at me. What is not transparent about the Integrity Commission? He needs to explain that. What is not transparent about the Integrity Commission? When they're asking you a question, they should tell you, the reason why I'm asking you this question, is because I think that you're stealing money this way. So I needed to ask these questions. That's not how investigation works. They ask you questions in an effort to get your honest answer. And then they investigate further to see if what you say span out. And if it doesn't, they're going to ask you more questions because it's not clear. And they want to get it clear. And if you lied about something, then that's going to raise more suspicion for them to dig even deeper. That's how investigation works. So what kind of transparency is this dude talking about? The transparency part really jump out at me. You see the efficiency part? Not so much. Enhancing the efficiency, transparency, and independence. I don't have no problem with the independence part, Baba. I don't have no problem with the Integrity Commission being more independent. No problem. I wouldn't mind if the Integrity Commission had their own special police or people that lock up people. Like right away, when I catch them in the act, yeah, man. Wouldn't mind them have them people that will have those type of authority. Can lock up people. You understand? Go to the judge and request a search of your property under suspicion of money laundering and skullduggery. Wouldn't mind they had that type of legislative backbone and teeth to hire. Yeah, man. I wouldn't mind. I would not mind. Believe.
efficiency, transparency, and independence of the Integrity Commission. In his June 6, 2025 submission seen by the Sunday Gleaner, Sir Patrick highlighted what he described as ambiguity in leadership or authority within the Integrity Commission.
Ambiguity. Ambiguity. Hold on, the people. Ambiguity. Google. Ambiguity. The quality of being open to more than one interpretation and inexactness. We can detect no ambiguity in this section of the Act. The quality of being more open to more than one interpretation. So let's go back. He describes the ambiguity in leadership authority. So he's not able to check the IC. Is it that he wants more power over the IC? The ambiguity in leadership? He highlighted what he describes as the ambiguity of leadership. Quality of being open to more than one interpretation. Inexactness. Obscurity. Obscurity, the state of being unknown and inconspicuous, unimportant, insignificant. So, what is he saying? What is he saying? Lack of certain distinctness. A lack of preciseness. Yo, this is what I read from this is what you guys read from that? Laura said because the GG is a thief to box cover. No sir. Yo, Laura is the man.
He also pointed to concerns over staffing and compensation, and he complained that he wasn't formally notified of the appointment of Ranif Lawrence as acting.
Watch ya. So Ranif Lawrence was a problem? Oh my God. You see this? His submission followed recent controversy over the appointment of Ranif Lawrence as acting director of corruption prosecution. Government leadership Edmund Bartlett and Kamina Johnson Smith expressed concern over Lawrence's political ties, including his connection to People's National Party General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell. Wow.
Director of Corruption Prosecution. Now just remember, that was an appointment, and he complained that he wasn't formally notified of the appointment of Ranif Lawrence as acting Director of Corruption Prosecution. Now just remember, that was an appointment that was very controversial and it was opposed by government members. And the GG was saying he wants the law to be amended to ensure that he's notified of these acting appointments.
Yo, you know say GG now nothing for do. The GG not have nothing for do. Him want legislation to make sure say he is notified about appointments. How him? Brother, you're not that important. Whose man's is this? We say he wants the leadership replaced with someone who will be servant officers of the officers of dictate versus the people's franchise. Wow. He must be notified. We say the on the night shift feeling all the vibes. Boy, I'm the on the cusp of this blows and skirt live stream, and like I know say I always try done on the 2 hour marking on. We'll get to it.
Look, let's be clear. This office is supposed to be a neutral office, right? Whenever you talk about the office, the head of state, office of the Governor General as a representative of the head of state, this is all you hear. It's supposed to be a neutral office. It's a symbol of national unity, yada, yada, yada. That's supposed to be the whole point. So what is Sir Patrick Allen doing? Wading into controversial waters, dealing with the Integrity Commission Act. The same Integrity Commission, by the way, with which he is now in a public spot. Having said that, why is he making recommendations for legislative changes at all? It's not that we don't have laws that need amending, you know. We always have, and we certainly still do. For instance, for years we've had advocacy groups, right, telling us that the law allowed the government to lock up children who had done nothing wrong once the court labeled them uncontrollable. Scores, if not hundreds of children were affected by this, you know. Lock up, you know, having done nothing wrong. Gigi never take that on. For years.
The Governor General has been exposed. He has been thoroughly, his bias towards Andrew Otis and the Jamaica Labour Party, there's no question in my mind anymore after watching this. Great job, Dean Jackson Miller. So if what the argument she's making, you know, is if the Governor General was so, you know, all about amending laws, you know, why didn't he advocate for this law where children were affected? Why didn't he advocate for the amendment of this law? But the first, well, we don't know if it's the first, but the first law that I know about. Sassy, what's up? Yo, Sassy, yo, stop it. Yo, Sassy be knowing me too much, man. Yeah, whose man's is this, bro? Whose man's is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Bro, you gotta chill, bro. You getting exposed out here, son. All the way exposed. Right? Oh, Sassy D birthday. Hey, hey. It's Sassy D birthday. Hey, hey. She's a Scorpio. Yay, yay. She's a Scorpio. Yay, yay. Shout out to Sassy D in the building. What's up? Happy birthday to you, love. And you chose to spend a little bit of it with me. Aww. I feel so humbled. Isn't it beautiful? Sassy chose to come and spend some birthday time with me, y'all. You're a Libra still? That's Libra? Okay, she said she's a Libra, y'all. I think she's on the fence. I think anybody born, and this is controversial, by the way. I think anybody born after the 20th is on the fence, right in the middle of both signs, whatever sign that is. So it could be between Capricorn and what's that other sign? Sagittarius. Or it could be between Capricorn and Aquarius. Anybody born on the 21st? Yeah, you guys are on the fence. So, ladies and gentlemen, like, there are similarities between Libra and we're going to talk a little bit about this. Forgive me. We're going to get back to the GG. But we can't stop right here because he has been exposed. This, what she just brought up, totally exposed the GG. But back to Sassy because it's her birthday, so we gotta make sure that we show people. Could you show Sassy some love? One of my top moderators, you understand? That doesn't say much, but when she does, it's very impactful. All right, Please, everybody say happy birthday to Sassy D. Put the heart emojis in the chat. Show her some love. Thank you very much. Yes, yes. Richard Patriot said, Gigi gonna protect Andrew by all costs. It appears so. And I'm now questioning the loyalty and the allegiance. The allegiance. I mean, I keep saying it. The man is for the king and Andrew is for the king as well. Could it be that he's protecting his brother in arms? Or his brother in Donald Ashman says happy birthday Sassy D. He's on Bolo VNR 2.0. Big up yourself, Donald Ashman. Yes, but yeah, Libras are, you know, yeah, Libras that born the 21st or the the 21st or the 20th or the 22nd. You guys are interchangeable with signs for me, even with your personality. And some people don't believe in it and I might be off, but what I understand from these signs is that Libras have a serious temper problem. Alright? They're sweet. No, Libras are sweet, you know, but whew, you know, and they get it from the Scorpios. Scorpios are nice people too. But yeah, you know what a Scorpio does? Exactly. So yeah, Sassy can be you know, she can get there. She can go there, ladies and gentlemen, trust me. But thank God for God, you know, she is changing because of God. And we love and appreciate her sweetness. And we don't want her to go to the dark side. All right? That's all I'll say about that. Love you, Sassy D. Happy birthday, darling. How you turn? You turn 28. Woo! I'm being generous. Anyway. I don't know, not boy, you're probably 16. What are you doing up? Isn't your mother, don't you have a curfew bedtime for you now? Exactly, you guys are fun, but, and there's a but. Oh, and when you guys love hard. That's a fact. Yeah, you guys love hard. Hard. Man, shout out to the Liberals, man. Shout out to all the Liberals. Anyway, Jamaica judge still tossing children behind bars for uncontrollable behavior years after effort.
Lock up children.
Years after effort started to end practice. So hold on, why the GG never jump up on this bandwagon here? I know, Sassy, I know. Very, very hard, I know. Where's the last to do today? Boy, I tell you, I'm gonna give you did I play that video? Did you watch that video of the girl that celebrated her birthday by feeding 340 people because she was 34? How much people are gonna feed today, Sassy? Anyway, yeah, Governor General, you're not ready.
Us that the law allowed the government to lock up children who had done nothing wrong once the court lit.
Law amended to end locking up children who have not committed a criminal offense. So this is the evidence that they actually did it, you know. They actually locked up children, you know. Jamaica is not a real place. How did I miss this? July 2023? Yeah, I wasn't following up the politics or news at the time. I was on a news fast, you know. You know, I was on a news fast for years. I stopped watching mainstream media. I stopped watching news. Yeah, for years. I believe it was just too toxic. But might I tell you, it's a good thing I went on that fast, because what I am being bombarded with right now with the high levels of corruption in high places, Trust me, if I didn't take a fast for years, I couldn't tolerate this stuff to a level what I am hearing to even listen to it sometimes without getting furious or just feeling hopeless and sad. I had to grow. I had to grow to deal with this moment right here. Alright? Trust me. This is a lot.
Label them uncontrollable. Scores, if not hundreds of children were affected by this, lock up, having done nothing wrong.
Yes.
Gigi never take that on.
Never.
For years, we've had problems with our Domestic Violence Act, which is inadequate, which has needed amendment for years. Never hear Gigi take that on. We have...
So 2 issues that affect our children. Abuse, No, me love how, hey, listen to me love how Dean Jackson Miller beat the Gigi or so. Dean Jackson Miller, you get an A+. Me love how you beat them with the truth. Me love how you beat them with the truth. Me love it. A them thing I want the journalists them do. Christopher Tufton. Christopher Tufton, you attack? Some things I want to say sometimes, I have to just worry about here, man.
Adequate, which has needed amendment for years. Never hear Gigi take that on. We have problems with our environmental laws, which have had loopholes and gaps that affect how we protect our natural resources. Never hear Gigi take that on. But
so all of these things that she has raised are children, the abuse of them, the unethical locking up and making them criminals are of it. No. Hey, listen to me, man. Yo, she a beating body now. I don't think the GG can recover from this. Yeah, man, you should have never get involved, brother. Allow the thing, stay out of it. Why you go do it? Why you go mess with the IC? And the way you go mess with them for just don't make no sense. You just expose yourself. And now see, you come under public scrutiny. And rightfully so, because how is it that you never advocate for no environmental amendments to protect? So when NEPA, when I make secret deal, me never hear you say, we need to check up on NEPA. NEPA has to run better than that, because there's no way they should have a secret deal. I never heard him say anything about NEPA. I never heard him advocating for any legislation for administrative laws regarding NEPA and how them operate in those types of situations. I never heard none of that from the GG in protecting our environment, while NEPA had a secret deal with this company to the point where the people in the community cannot even sue. And if them sue, the government will not assist them. I never heard the GG come out and talk about that. GG, you did it now. You did it now. What you have done, I'm telling you, you're going to get a whole onslaught of criticism with evidence. Anything you did in the past that is documented that looks relatably funny in any way to support the Jamaica Labour Party and this criminal organization of Andrew Honest, headed by Andrew Honest, right? Any way, shape or form, it's going to come out and you're going to be put to the fire of the media, the free press. Yeah, man, you're looking bad out here, brother. Really, really bad. Nothing excellent about it, in my opinion. No, sir.
The Governor General, Sir Patrick Allen, has chosen now to make recommendations for legislative amendments to the Integrity Commission Act. This is an extremely important office, right? The Integrity Commission, that is now under constant attack by politicians.
I'm glad you said that. They are under constant attack from politicians, and it's the JLP politician them. When have you seen the Integrity Commission being attacked by the People's National Party politicians? Not even the other day when the PMP lady, the councillor, Not even at that point did I see any attack from the Integrity Commission. All I've seen is dialogue where the person said, you know, I thought that because I had paid the money, it would mean that I wasn't going to, because I had got the certification in. You know, it was just a misunderstanding, really. I paid the money, I know we're good. That was always the tone and the attitude by the People's National Party, you know, persons. You know, they just pay their fine and they move on. They just follow the law, basically, and move on. Right? But the JLP, you know, they think they're above the law. Yeah, man. I would call it the Governor General Syndrome. They have the Governor General Syndrome, the entitlement syndrome, the power, all-powerful, superior syndrome.
Anything to do with the Integrity Commission right now is deeply controversial. The Commission has strong supporters, it has strong detractors. You probably couldn't find a more divisive issue in Jamaica right now than one dealing with the Integrity Commission. Also, this is one in which partisan politicians are deeply involved. And this is what the Governor General decides to take on, making recommendations to change the leadership structure of the Integrity.
What this has proved now is that the Governor General's office is no longer neutral. He has picked a side. He chose Barabbas. He chose the criminal organization, the JLP. Yeah.
The Commission calling for changes to how acting appointments are made against the background of a highly controversial acting appointment? No. This by the Governor General is completely inappropriate and out of line. He's overstepping, he's going into arenas he has no business in, and he's taking on issues on which he needs to be silent. Look,
You hear that, Gigi? Go sit down. Keep your mouth shut. You're supposed to be non-partisan. What? Whose man's is this? Sassady, whose man's is this? Huh? Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
Office of the Governor General, you know, is one I normally pay absolutely no attention to, and that's exactly how it should be.
That's facts. I don't pay attention to the Governor General. Why is the Governor General seeking attention? Well, guess what? You're going to get it. You have gotten it, and you will get more if you keep poking your head out. The Governor General is on my radar, ladies and gentlemen. The Governor General appears to be compromised in terms of his non-partisan position that he should be taking. His neutral position, yeah, the scales is off. His balance is heavy on one side, it appears. It really looks bad. This is bad.
Personally, I actually never cared much if we replace the office of the Governor General with one of a local head of state, a local president with exactly the same powers. Didn't have strong feelings about it one way or the other. Having seen all this unfold, though, my opinion is changing. What is changing?
Yeah, we don't need an office like that anymore. We don't need an office where we're paying these people millions of dollars for ceremonial powers. No taxes. No taxes. All these resources for what? Living the life? Nah, B. This is the Governor General is the epitome or representation of what slavery was founded upon. Yeah. His position is the representation of the slave owners' children and what the slave owners represented. He's a sore thumb that needs to be, you know what I mean, needs to be treated. That office is a sore thumb that needs to be treated. It's a sour taste in the mouth of people that demand love and cherish freedom. And now he's here interfering in just that. The Integrity Commission mandate is one of the most important mandate in a perpetually corrupt country led by perpetually corrupt leaders in the Jamaica Labour Party. You understand? Sure.
Thing to do, that's another video for another day. So what do you think about all of this? Comment below.
Big up yourself. I don't need to comment. I did a whole reaction to it. Big up Dean Jackson Miller. Brr, 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 brr. Big up PJ Patterson. You know what? I need to save this image. That's what I need to do. Oh God, that little girl there. That little missing girl there. Yo, sometime I tell you say rough enough. That little missing girl there. What if they find her, man? Oh my God. Why am I telling her? Oh. Triple B, the public purse large, and he much benefit from cover up. You know, I don't want to think that the Governor General is corrupt to that point. I really don't, you know. I don't want to believe that. I don't want to entertain that idea that he is corrupt to that point. But then, what is it? Is it the 3 deadly sins or the 5 deadly sins? What is the deadly sins? Cause greed is a hell of a thing, you know. Greed is a hell of a thing, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to big up Donna Scott Motley. I want to big up PJ Patterson. I want to big up Atta for the press. I want to big up ABR News TV for her commentary. And I want to big up Dean Jackson Miller. All of them I looked at. You understand? Big up the Integrity Commission for sure. Yeah. Big them up. Guys, have you guys read this? Jamaica debunking the myth about the 1980s under Edward Seaga. I gotta do a whole show on this and read through this document. Mr. Shalman Scott, big up yourself. My God. We're gonna go through it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna do it. That's why I have it saved right here, because it's that important. You understand? Thank you so much for being here. I did 1 hour and 52 minutes. Wow. It's 4:22 in the morning. I hope that the people get to watch the replay and really give their commentary. And I hope that more people are kind enough to hit the like button. That is my hope. Big up Sassy D. Happy birthday again, my darling. Bolo, my family packing barrel to come down in the early part of February. About 3 months or more. I'll be coming after them for 1 to 6. Wondering if I should. Oh, you're coming for 1 to 6 months. I think you should decide in February or in January. See how the first 2 weeks of January goes before deciding to come back to Jamaica. Seriously. If you want to pack me up in a barrel and send me to you, hey, we can have that arranged legally. You know, as the way I'll sign all waivers. I don't need to be in the you know, I don't need to be in the what you call it, the regular seats. I'll find a barrel that's big enough to hold me and just pour some holes in there and I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But I cannot afford a visa right now. It is too expensive. It is too expensive to not get if you apply for it. $70,000? Oh yeah. I think I need to explore other options outside of the United States to travel. 70? 70? Yeah, I'm good. I'm straight. You know how much bills? Man, listen. 70? Yeah, I'm thinking about Africa. I honestly am. I'm really thinking about Africa. Yeah, y'all think I'm joking. Y'all think I'm joking. I'm really thinking about Africa. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's 70,000. It's 400 and what? Almost $500. It's almost $500 for. Yeah, it's almost it's 70,000. That's facts. 70,000 Jamaican dollars to apply for your US visa. At a point where the United States really doesn't want anybody in their country. So why should I waste my application for their visa when they're doing everything to get people out of their country? The mass exodus. I would be foolish. The odds of anybody getting a visa now is like, it should be so tiny. The odds. You know what I mean? Like every 1 out of 10 person might get them visa when them apply for it. And nothing could be, listen, not a thing could be wrong with their, interview or anything. But I just don't think that the USA is trying to let in a bunch of people in the United States right now. That's my problem. I will spend $70,000 and might not get it. The only way I apply for a visa is if I go to visit Mark Stewart at his ceremonies and I ask him to pray on it and I pray on it and he reveals what he's seen in that regard if I should really apply for a visa. Yeah. I don't listen. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it at all. I'm not. I have my passport. I can go to a small island. You see me? Yeah, I'm not feeling it at all. There's other places I can go. I'm not feeling it, no. Anyway, that's my time, y'all. God bless you and keep you. It's what, Tuesday? Oh, Parliament Day today? Hey, let's see how it goes with these debates. Some very important stuff being debated. I might go over last week's recap with the wonderful Queen of the South, Nikisha Burchell. Yeah, man, later Saturday. I might go over that so we can have a refresher of what is to come. Yeah, man, I have to reach out to Mr. Mark Stewart, man, the major prophet. There's a World Cup next year, hurrying. We hope we get match in Mexico. Yeah, people, bless up on yourself. Oh, and feel free to bless up. Feel free to bless up the what is going on here, son? How do I end the poll? Yes, that's how I end it, sorry. Feel free to bless up the Cash App. Feel free to bless up the PayPal. If you appreciate the platform, that's definitely one way you can show your appreciation. Like ABR News said, the algorithm has been very mean to us this month. The videos are not going out. People are not, hitting the like button. It's like my audience is being blocked from my content, you know. So it's really, really thin this month, straight up like that. So if you choose to, if your heart leads you to, please endorse the Cash App and the PayPal and the Zelle. All right, as you can see, Nightbot has dropped my number, my WhatsApp number in the chat. Where say AI settings, Nightbot has dropped my number in the chat, 876-451-6535. That's 876-451-6535. You can send me a copy of the Zelle that you sent. All right, send me a copy of the receipt if you said anything. That's my time. 2 hours on point, and just some seconds over. See you guys later. Boom. The word is